I don't think that any one of us believed that this day was actually come, but here it is. Mark Zuckerberg has officially announced that he is removing the need to sign in with your Facebook account to your Quest 2 in order to use this headset. This is like the biggest and the most important piece of news that I've heard of ever since they started requiring the Facebook account to log into your Quest. Along with this official tweet, they also released this blog post that explains everything in detail, what exactly this means and how it's going to work, and I'm going to go through this quickly today in this video so that you don't have to read through this all document. I'm not gonna lie, I think that this decision is going to bring a lot of positive outcomes to the users, so I'm going to share some of my thoughts about what I think this means and what it will mean for the future. So the way it's going to work is instead of the Facebook account, we are now going to be creating a Meta account. And I know that at first it sounds like it's the same thing, but there is a big difference because Facebook is a social media platform, right? And Meta, it's not. At least it's not supposed to be. And of course, it's still going to be collecting all the data that you put in there, but it does make a big difference because now whether or not you can use this device doesn't depend on your good standing on the social media platform. And it means that you will be able to always have access to your purchases, to your device that you bought without this connection to your social life. That's what we all wanted for so long. The blog post specifically says that your Meta account will not be your social profile. Although you will have the choice to link it to your Facebook and your Instagram accounts, but that is completely voluntarily and it is not going to be required anymore. For example, you will be able to link your Instagram and Facebook in order to connect with your followers or to use the Facebook Messenger. So there are some perks that maybe some people are already used to and they will choose to link it if they don't care about their privacy, but you don't have to do that anymore. Starting with August is going to be entirely up to you. When you create your new Meta account, of course, you will be able to carry over all your purchases, so you're not going to be losing all the games that you've bought. I think that's a must, and I think that that should go without saying, but I know that some people that merge their Facebook account, they are concerned that their purchases will be lost. I can reassure you that you will keep everything that you have bought. It will be carried over to your Meta account. Also, the app sharing feature will work just like before. You'll be able to share your apps with different accounts, different Meta accounts that will be on the same headset. Now, along with creating a Meta account, you will also be creating your Meta Horizon profile, which will replace your Oculus profile. Yet another Oculus thing that gets replaced. No surprise here. Just like before, you'll be able to customize your profile, change how it looks. You'll also be able to change your profile name, the way it's displayed to others, so all of that customization stuff. Another interesting thing that they're changing with this new update is that your friends on this new Meta account will now become your followers. Sort of like the Instagram model where you're not having friends, you have followers and anybody can follow you and you can follow them back if you want to. And I don't quite know how that's going to work because I personally have very few friends on my account and these are the people that I know and people that I occasionally game with. Now, if they turn into followers and anybody can follow me, then we'll have to dig into the privacy settings because I'm sure that maybe you're a private person and you don't want to have followers and you just want to game with friends. We'll have to just read about it and see how it's going to work with this new model. So at the same time, they do have some privacy additions. So from now on, you'll be able to change your privacy settings to open to everyone, friends and family, and solo. So there are some privacy settings that are going to help you set it up the way you feel comfortable with. As we read this article further, you see that they clarify that you can change your Meta Horizon profile to private, which means that only your followers can see who you follow and who follows you. And on top of that, you will be able to review and approve follower requests. So in that matter, I don't really see why they needed to change friends to followers if there's still an option to approve them or to disapprove them. It's kind of like friend request, but that will only be available if your account is set to private. If it's a public, then anybody can follow you and you can build your popularity in the metaverse, I guess. In the nutshell, removing the need for a Facebook account is a huge step for this company, and this is of course something that so many users wanted for a really long time, and we hope that this is exactly what they're saying it is. I personally really like the idea of disconnecting my private social life from just a gaming console kind of a life, and I'm sure that a lot of people feel the same way. As you know, there are so many cases where users would get banned from Facebook and automatically they would not be able to access their headset that they paid money for. So they kind of felt a little bit unfair. And of course, some countries took it to the next level and completely banned Quest 2 headset from being sold in their countries, like Germany. So I'm very curious to see if this decision is going to reverse that ban and people in Germany will finally be able to buy Quest 2. And another benefit that it's going to bring is for the research, because the fact that you needed a social profile to connect to your headset meant that it's always owned by an individual, and it meant that you cannot use this headset for research in a lab or in a university just to conduct the research on VR, because that would have to be the lab owned and rather than an individual owned, and it would not comply with the FERPA. But now you can just create a generic Meta account not linked to anybody's social profile. This is going to be much easier to do some VR related research, and companies will be able to purchase the headset for their company use also without this need to link social profiles. This is just opening so many doors for this headset. I'm so happy that this decision was finally made and it's rolling out in August, very, very soon, less than a month. I'm looking forward to trying it out and seeing what this Meta account will look like and how it's going to hopefully protect our privacy a little bit better. Tell me what you think about this news and whether you're excited about not having to link your Facebook account to Quest 2 anymore, or maybe it doesn't really matter to you that much and you're still going to link it anyways because you can. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time.